So I've decided to make another video after releasing that first one and then taking a while to reflect on it and review on it and kind of deciding exactly what I wanted to say. I really just talked about my dogs, my drinking, the fact that I did do heroin when I was younger. Today we're going to start getting all of that into a story. I do want to keep all of these that I post under 5 minutes right now because nobody's watching them. If people end up caring and start watching, yeah, maybe I'll make them longer if that's something, anybody cares about. But right now, I'm basically just doing this as like a dialogue for myself and anybody else who wants to listen. Um, so today, I really wanted to start getting into my younger years. So I was born in Bakersfield and then moved to Layton, Utah as like a 3-month-old baby. So I really don't remember living in Cali at all, obviously. Moved down there, grew up in a really quiet town, Layton, right outside of Salt Lake, 30 minutes, very quiet town. I mean, I didn't even swear until I was in junior high, my second year in junior high, because I grew up not swearing. I didn't have any friends who did that, so I was a very, very, very straight edge person up until junior high. Like, I did not swear. I didn't do anything. I didn't drink. I didn't do drugs. None of that. So I will say, in telling all this too, I know a lot of people automatically, like when I just tell this story in general, want to say like, oh, your parents. My parents didn't fucking know. Like, they did not, excuse my language, but they did not know what I was doing. They knew they had a really good girl who had a panic attack and cried calling them in ninth grade, I think, my dog, because my friend was smoking pot and it was illegal in Utah, and I had a panic attack and it was like, I can't be here. And my mom was the one that was like, you're fine. You're not doing anything. You're going to be okay. So that was like my introduction. My introduction to drugs was me having a panic attack and not doing them. And then high school rolls around, and of course, I think kind of like every teenager does, I started experimenting. And unfortunately for me, the first thing I experimented with was heroin. Like, that was the first drug I did. I was, for some reason, way too scared and paranoid to even try marijuana, so it was just heroin. And then I only did that because I met a 26-year-old who that was his drug of choice. So, it was just a lot of unlucky. I wasn't, I was very naive because I was in a little bubble until like 15, 16, and then I get my first job, which is how I was introduced to this guy at 16. And he just so happens to be a drug addict because it was a fast food restaurant, and I honestly should have known better, but I didn't know. Like, don't associate yourself with people who are doing things that you do not want to do. I guess you think you're better than that at 16. um so I did that, met him. Obviously, that lasted for a little while, and I would like to preface here that my parents did not know I was dating a 26-year-old. Never. They never knew that when I was 16. I like made up stories, said I was going to friends' houses, said I was staying the night at other friends' houses. Like, I even had a tracker on my phone that I like downloaded onto another phone, put in a park, and then went and did something else. So like, I was not making it easy for my parents to get me on the right path. I, for some reason, thought I had it all figured out because I had this job and I was doing it. So that's kind of how it started. Is like, I was really good. I didn't do really anything bad or deviant, and then all of a sudden I just went completely left field. Got this job and started lying, and I still to this day cannot tell you like what little switch flipped in my brain and made me decide to do that, because I always wanted to be a therapist or in the medical field or something like that. So, yes, that's the start. We will continue with the 26-year-old getting arrested, because that did happen. Because, as I said, my parents did not know anything I was doing. So, when they found out, yeah, the pop popped off of literally everything. Sorry about the noise at the end of this. My dogs are really excited to go outside right now. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And we'll see you next time for Valerie's Life Saga.